Well, hello there, Scorpio. Welcome to Pirate Readings. I'm Lady J, and I'm here to talk to you about what is going on for the 24th through the 30th of August. I have the 3 cards in front of me from the overview video. I want to thank you all so much for your likes, shares, and subscribes, and remind you that if Scorpio is your sun, moon, or rising, you're in the right place. This is your reading, all right? We have a guiding card for you for the month, and it is the Empress, which talks about you being able to wish for whatever you want or need, and it will come to you serendipitously. It's always important to be careful what you wish for, okay? Because it could come out in a funny little way. The universe is funny, all right? So pay attention to what you're doing, and it will be okay. All right, so let's go ahead and look at a couple of messages from my better angels first, all right? My better angels are saying that it's important for us to be prepared, meaning that we want to put some stuff in the car. We're going to have umbrellas, galoshes, extra clothes. I don't know, sometimes some of you might want to carry a sleeping bag or even an umbrella, galoshes, first aid kit, you know, everything. I know that sounds a little goofy, but it's not necessarily for you either. It might be for someone else. So it will be helpful and necessary for some of you, not all of you, but for those of you who it's necessary for, you're going to be so glad you did, and I am glad that we're having this chat, okay? So excellent news, and of course, the other information from my better angels is that we need to feel those feelings, okay? So definitely make sure that you are verbally ventilating those emotions that you're feeling, the good ones, the bad ones, and the ugly ones, okay? And if you have to do it in the car while you're driving home so you don't unload it on your person, by all means, do that. If you want to go scream at the ocean, do that. If you want to write it down, journal it out, and get it out of your heart, and then burn it, do that. Whatever it is you need to do, that's important that we get it out, because we don't want to have it bottled up and have it creating some dis-ease in our bodies, okay? Cool. Now then, what we're going to do now is look at the 3 cards in front of us, all right? Here they are. Those are the 3 cards from the overview video, and we're going to go ahead and get you one of these Witches Tarot cards, which is going to be our mystery card for the week. All right, let's get that card out. Oh, there it is. All right, extra mystery. Ta-da, there we go. We'll put that right there. And now we will go on ahead and talk about my little turtle friend. What? Yes, here's the little turtle. We are going to talk about him because he took last month off, right? He wasn't around for June or July, and guess what? Now he's back, and he wants to have a new name. He's like, I need a name, not a new name, but any name. So if you could help me out by suggesting names for the turtle. He hangs out with my buddy over here, Baby Einstein. So he is not gender specific, so whatever you decide is fine on that as well. So, but we do need a name for him, and it will be fun. Go ahead and put the name in the comments below, and then I'll gather them all up and put them in the description box in September, and you can vote as many times as you want for a given name, and I will collect them all up, and we'll announce the real name of this beautiful little guy in October. Okay, cool. It's just a little fun thing to do, and I think that will be fun for all of us. So, yay. Now then, let's use this magical Nordic tarot to add more to this particular reading. We'll go ahead and get more information. Oh, there's one of those cards. I told you that this deck has a couple of extra cards in it that the artist decided needed to be part of the major arcana, and we got one of them. So we'll talk about it when we get there, okay? This card here is talking about how for August 24th through the 30th, you're fighting for your power. Maybe that Queen of Swords got more in your way even after you delegated stuff to her and got her busy somewhere else. That's frustrating. So you need to make sure she's doing the thing that you want her to do when she's there and not undermining you everywhere you go, okay? Do be in touch with HR. Make sure that HR knows what's going on from the very start. In fact, if you're seeing this early enough, you might be able to talk to HR even as you pick up the job before you start dealing with her at all, okay? It's important because even as you're not 100% wanting to be in charge, remember the lessons from past when you've been in charge before and you've seen stuff like this start to happen. Like, okay, this is awkward and strange. I've seen it before. I know this sucks, and I know that I don't like this. So usually I need to either remove the person entirely, or you've experienced it and had it go wrong before. So remember those lessons and use those lessons from the past when you were in charge and make new decisions, okay? Interesting. This shows me that you've made a new decision and you want to split. You want to be spontaneous and just walk away from the mess. And if you look at it closely and you see and feel like those people, the other person is better qualified, understands the vision, and you don't want to be there anymore, and you have somewhere else to go, then you might have an opportunity to really just pick up your ideas and go. Take your knowledge, your understanding, and be on your merry way. So for some of my Scorpio, that's exactly what you're going to do. For the other part of my Scorpio, you're going to actually assert yourself and try and make sure that you're taking care of being in charge properly, and or taking a leap into fixing it, right? Getting this person in charge of you, in front of you and the boss. Maybe you're going to bring the three of you together in a space, and you're going to assert what's going on, and sure enough, you're going to have the HR will be there supporting you in the process, making sure that you are indeed doing everything correctly and that you're using all the right words. You'll have them on your side while you work it through, okay? Cool. What's blocking you? You cannot sabotage yourself right now. Whatever you decide, if you decide to stay and work it through, you'll be fine. If you decide to jump ship, you'll be fine, okay? Whatever's going on, you've worked out an answer, which is very smart. I'm glad that you can't blow it. So even though it shows that it's blocking you, it's blocking you from grenading your life. But you're also blocked from having a stronger foundation financially, so you may be taking a lesser paying job just to get the heck out of this nonsense. Interesting. If you decide to stay, your budget may be cut a little bit and you're not going to be getting what you needed out of it, so it's just going to be a little bit less financially awesome. Be aware. They might take, maybe something else will cost a little extra, and you're like, okay, so now I'm not making as much as I thought, okay? Because charity is blocked. This is one of those new cards. And it's basically talking about being able to be giving and open, and you have to actually pull back and be a little more stingy, right? And that sucks. Nobody wants to be that person who has to be that version where you can't help other people the way you want to. But in this case, you aren't able to help anyone out right now. You can't drag anyone along with you. Somebody else is going to say, take me with you. And you're like, no, I can't do it. Sorry, bro. You have to do what you need to do, and I'm going to take care of what I need to take care of, and this is how it goes, okay? So this card here, we're talking about our solution for this particular week. King of Pentacles. There's a gentleman who's all about the money. He likes everything to be a good bargain. No wonder there's money problems that are blocking you in this situation. He's going to show up and say, hey, there's less money in the bank for you to play with over here. You may decide, hey, I'm going to save you a bunch of money and I'm going to take off. But he also might be the one who's saying, look, I've got opportunities for you to work over here with this other situation where you won't have this person in your way, and you won't have to fight about your power with this other person. We can put her in charge or them in charge, and it won't be a thing anymore. It's getting to be too big of a problem, and we can give you another opportunity somewhere else where you can be the person in charge elsewhere, okay? Because we have the Ten of Cups showing that there is going to be, interestingly enough, a family gathering. This could be personal family or your chosen family, people who care about you and love you exactly as you are without you having to put on a mask of any kind, are going to be surrounding you at this time. So it's lumpy and bumpy over here, whether you're doing this thing and trying to get what you want out of it with the other person or not. You have a choice here. It's a big time choice because there isn't, I'm seeing both options where you can fight it out or you can jump. So you have, this is you having options and possibilities. It might even be two different areas of your life. One where you want it, like at home, you're fighting for control of a situation, but at work, you're leaping into something new, or vice versa. At home, you're leaping into a relationship, but no, you're fighting for work. All right. Now then, this card here is talking about temperance. And it's telling me that no matter what's going on, you're going to have enough. You're going to have enough time, energy, effort, money, control, love. Everything is going to be working out perfectly, okay? So just allow for that. Allow for there to be enough. Take a deep breath, and as you're running around acting in a world that feels like there's lack, remember, if you remember that there's always enough of everything, everything will work out, okay? Because you live a life of abundance instead. So, hey lady, you really want to be in charge? Guess what? Blah, go ahead, be in charge. I'm done. I'll be fine. I don't need this or you to make my life better. And I'm happy to hand you all the information. Here, take all this paperwork. I did all this work for it, and now you can do it. Bye. And now it's like the tug of war in the Revenge of the Nerds. Instead of fighting with the big hefty jocks, they just immediately released the rope, knowing that they didn't need that particular point to win. And it didn't matter. They didn't have to lose either. So it wasn't about humiliating anybody in that moment. It was just about, we're done. We don't need to play this particular game because we know we can't win. And it worked out really well. All right. So what you need now is a Mystic Forest Oracle card. All right. Let's go ahead and get that card out of here. What do we have? Oh, that's the one. Okay. We're going to go ahead and set these cards aside. Life Source. When life comes to a standstill, turn inward and focus on joy and excitement. Your inner light keeps everything alive and moving. Whoa. Your inner light keeps everything alive and moving. So, if everything comes to a standstill, focusing on joy and excitement, right? Joy and excitement. Your inner light keeps everything alive and moving. So I love this. You're basically being told exactly how to handle it. When things get too intense, you don't need to fight the fight. You don't have to. You can just be in the place of abundance that says, you know, there's enough work to go around. Here, you take care of this, and I'll go do something else. Thanks, bye. And it'll surprise the heck out of her because you, of course, you were trying to do the right thing and give them something to do and handle the project accordingly. But when you get too much pushback, there's just only one answer, and that is, do I really want to play this game? This game is dumb. If I don't run, you can't chase me, right? If I don't push towards you, you can't push against me, right? If I just let you go, you fall right in, right? If you want to push up against me and I walk away, then you have nothing to do. You will fall on your face. So, and we're not wishing that person any ill will at all. We're just saying we're not going to play the game. Okay? Cool. Well done, Scorpio. Let's get you your mystery card. What is that? Wheel of Fortune. Oh yeah. Guess what? It's a karmic lesson. This whole week is a karmic lesson. How you respond to this situation. Will you stay in the light, or will you just release and let it go and be like, okay, yeah, we don't need this anymore. This isn't about me hanging on to anything. As it is, you have the Empress. You're manifesting anything you really want. Maybe you're going to put out into the universe this week, hey, by the way, I'd really like a new opportunity. So this one doesn't seem to be working out the way I'd hoped it would. This is too much pushback. I'm not having a good time. So new opportunity presents. You go, hey, I should totally do this new opportunity. Goodbye. And now you're free. And you are manifesting what you need and what you want, because there's always enough. And you're living a wonderful life of abundance. And your karma is getting cleaned up very nicely, because you're not doing the traditional argue, fight, argue, fight, argue, fight. Let's get into an argument about this. Let's make this a contentious situation. We don't have to do all that. We can just move on and do what the heck we want to. Good for you, Scorpio. I love this for you. This is awesome. You need a pocket full of rocks. Let's do that. All right. Nice. So we have a black tourmaline. It's a first chakra stone. We have tiger eye, a 7th chakra stone, and we have amazonite, a 5th chakra stone. All right. So this is black tourmaline. It's telling us that while you're staying grounded, you're staying authentic, you're staying true to who you are as a person, you're not getting full of airs, you're not feeling pumped up and fluffy and like, oh, hey, I'm better than everybody else at all. There's none of that with you, Scorpio. You are staying very grounded, very humble, very true to who you are. And you know what? You're like, yeah, I see this is going to continue to be like this. Interesting. I think I'll go this way instead. Ta-da! All right. Amazonite. Amazonite is you speaking with gentle healing words as you make your decisions and decide what you need to decide. So maybe you've made your choice and you're talking to your boss saying, hey, check it out, man. This is what I want to do. I see that this person here would be really good for this job. I think that they would be better at it than me. I see this other job that's available and I would like to go and do that. What if I go and do that and you give my job to this other person, and then you're like being kind and gentle and in fact giving them everything they need to move forward, and it's kind of sweet and lovely and an opportunity. You know that? I think that's a wonderful true option. Okay? Well done. I like that a lot. So that's good. So cool. Now this stone here is a 7th chakra stone. It's you getting wonderful messages from your better angels, letting you know that, number one, you're good to go. Everything is cool. You have everything you need, and you don't need to stay in a place of contention and discord. You don't. You can be in a place of joy and happiness and light. And when you do get there, everything is good and everything is right. And your karma is clean and clear. Okay? Beautiful. All right. So, with that being said, Scorpio, you don't have to carry those rocks if you don't want to, but you can if you like. If you want to carry something else, just comment below. Let me know what you got in your pocket, and I'm happy to talk to you about the rocks in your pocket. If you haven't liked, shared, or subscribed to the channel yet, it's completely free, and it would be really great, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here. And if you've made it this far, look in the description box below. We'll talk about what's in there. You can find all the decks that I'm using, so you can find them on Amazon or Etsy. That would be great. And of course, if you would like to come out to the fair, you'll find my schedule, where I'll be, when I'll be, and you can come out and see me in person in a cool costume and eat a turkey leg. That would be super fun. But if you don't have time for all that and you want to just get a quick reading over the phone, I'm here for that too during the week, okay? So go ahead, and there's a link in there as well where you can book a reading during the week with me, and I would be happy to help you in any way I can, all right? Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you, and we will talk to you next week about September, all right? See you later, Scorpio.